TEHAJIMETE. The grammar of TEHAJIMETE, it has the meaning that not until or only after X did I dot something. If you just see the meaning, you don't know how to use, right? It's quite difficult. So it just had a meaning that not until or only after dot something did I dot something. So how to use? In Japanese, when you use the TEHAJIMETE, you can use the verb, but you should change the verb to be the te form too, just like the last movement that we already studied about, te goran. So after you change your verb to be the te form, after that you follow by hajimete, which has the meaning that not until or only after that or something did I. So let's go to see some example to make more understand about how to use the grammar of TEHAJIMETE. For example, in here they say, 先生に教えていただいて初めてプログラミングの面白さがわかりました。先生に教えていただいて初めてプログラミングの面白さがわかりました。Which means that I didn't realize how interesting programming was until my teacher taught me. I didn't realize how interesting programming was until my teacher taught me. In this sentence, you see that they use the verb 教えていただいて, right? 教えていただいて it just had the same meaning that 教えてもらって, right? 教えてもらって which means your teacher teach you. So in Japanese you can say 教えてもらって or 教えていただいて. 教えていただいて is mean that you use in the polite form, more polite than もらって, right? But when you use with your friends or the person that you have the same position, you can say 教えてもらって. But you say with your teacher or the person that have position above you or higher than you, you can say 教えていただいて, something like this. So in here they use 教えていただいて初めて, right? That means when you use the grammar of て初めて, it means that you haven't know something before and that is your first time to make you feeling good about what you try in that time. For example, in this sentence they say 先生に教えていただいて初めてプログラミングの面白さがわかりました。Which means that you haven't learned about programming before. You haven't learned anything before. But when your teacher taught you about how to writing code, how to learning, how to create application by programming, in that time you know. In that time you just know in that time for the first time, and it's really interesting for you and you pay attention. In that time it's your first time, right? So in the situation like this, you can use て初めて. て初めて means that your first time. Impression, right? Impression, interesting from your mind. So in Japanese, you can use て初めて for your first time. Let's see the next example. 試験に落ちて初めてちゃんと勉強しないといけないと思った。試験に落ちて初めてちゃんと勉強しないといけないと思った。Which means that I feel like I really need to start study seriously after failing that exam. I feel like I really need to start studying seriously after failing that exam. In this sentence, it has the meaning that before in here, you just study, you don't pay attention to study, not seriously. You just study by normally. If you free, you study. If you don't free, or if you want to study, you study. If you don't want to, if you don't study, you just do like that. But after and you think that you pass the examination, right? But in fact, when you apply, when you take the examination, you cannot pass, and you feeling that it's very difficult, and you feeling that if you don't study hard, you cannot pass, right? So that is your first time, right, to make you feeling that you have to study hard. If you don't study hard, you cannot pass the examination. So in a situation like this, you in Japanese you can say hajimete, right? So that means the examination that made you feeling. So that means that's the start point for you, right? To study seriously or to study harder more than in the past. So in this sentence, it says, 試験に応じて初めて which means the first time that you fail for the examination, right? ちゃんと勉強しないといけないと思った which means that make you feeling that you have to study harder or you have to take seriously to study. So in this sentence, they say 試験に落ちて初めてちゃんと勉強しないといけないと思った。Right? Which means that you apply the examination and you fail, you cannot pass. And in that time, make you feeling or make your mind that you have to do something more. You have to try to study harder. And in this sentence, they use the verb 落ちる, right? 落ちる is mean fail or fall down. But in examination, which means you fall or you fail for take examination. So we change the verb 落ちる to be the definite, you can say 落ちて, right? So after it followed by 初めて. An example. 日本語を勉強して初めて勉強の楽しさが分かった。日本語を勉強して初めて勉強の楽しさが分かった。Which means that only after I start studying Japanese did I realize the joys of studying. Only after I start studying Japanese did I realize the joys of studying. In this sentence, we see that they use the verb 勉強する. 勉強する with the grammar of 出始めて. And when you change the verb 勉強する to a day form, you can change to be like 勉強して, right? 勉強して after they followed by 初めて。勉強して初めて which mean 日本語を勉強して初めて which mean start from when you study Japanese, right? And the first time that you study Japanese and make you feeling that you feel enjoy for studying. 勉強の楽しさ which mean enjoy for studying. が分かった which means make you feeling that studying is very interesting. Studying is really make you enjoy. So when you use the 出始めて it means that your first time to study. For example, if you study Japanese, when you study the kanji, maybe you will interesting because Japanese kanji is interesting, even me too, when I study. Because it had a meaning, right? It had a meaning and it had the result. So why they write the kanji like this? When you study, you know because why they use something like this. An example, 自分の子供ができて初めて大人になった気がした。自分の子供ができて初めて大人になった気がした。Which means that I did not feel like I had become an adult until I had my own child. I did not feel like I had become an adult until I had my own child. In this sentence, they use the verb できる, right? できる. And when you change to be the dead form, can you change like this? できて, right? So after they follow by 初めて. So in this sentence, it says 自分の子供ができて初めて. Which means that the first time you have your own child, right? Before here, you don't have your own child. You just single couple. You and your girlfriend, you and your wife, you and your husband only, right? So you don't feel that you are an adult, right? But after that, when you have the child, you have to take care. You have to do something for your children, right? You have to buy, you have to take care, you have to support for education, something, many things. So after that, you feeling that you have, you already become an adult in that time. So in Japanese, you can say, 自分の子供ができて初めて大人になった気がした。Which means that you just feeling that you are an adult when you have your children. So I hope that you understand about how to use the TEHAJIMETE. It's really easy. You just change the verb to be the te form and after that followed by hajimete. But remember that when you use the hajimete, that is you will use for your first feeling, your first time for doing something. Thank you very much for watching my video clip. And please help me subscribe my channel if you haven't. I hope to see you about learning Japanese in the next time. ありがとうございました。